All right, let's head north of the border now. Let's talk about Justin Trudeau. So Justin Trudeau, of course, is now back from Belgium. He's back, and he's making sure that he's taking up the mantle of freedom fighter in the country of Canada once again. Now, you recall there was a lot of concern over what was being said on social media, in the mainstream media at the time around the Ottawa Freedom Convoy, and what was Justin Trudeau going to do about it? He was speaking publicly that there's a lot of disinformation being shared about this. Well, now he's created a task force, this new advisory group, this for online safety in Canada, which is going to combat misinformation and it's going to use disinformation, I guess, to fight misinformation, because they've now hired one of his top right-hand guys is Bernie Farber, who during the Ottawa lockdown, during the Freedom Convoy, was actively spreading misinformation and disinformation. So Justin Trudeau's plan in all of this to fight disinformation is going to fight disinformation with more disinformation, I guess. There's Bernie Farber on a Zoom call during one of their big meetings. Right to the left of him there, that's him. Let's listen to, I think I have his, or I thought I had it. Maybe I don't have his sound. Oh, I wasn't able to download it. But he talks about, we've got these problems. We've got, here he is speaking.
And while social media and
Can barely hear that.
spaces can be tools for good, they can be dangerous spaces too. The internet has allowed for more mis and disinformation, more polarization than ever before, and we're much more likely to be exposed to and hurt by unacceptable, hateful content. You may know that.
So what's interesting about this individual, by the way, there's a giant, ugly toe fungus.
I was going to say, could you go full screen? Because
no, don't. I had to look away.
Like, isn't it appropriate? There's a giant toe fungus picture like right beneath that video. Makes sense. I'll let you speak on this, but
I don't want to.
Okay, you don't want to say anything about this story? Okay.
Well, he did. He warned us about slippage, so this is exactly what he's going to do about it.
Well, here's Bernie Farber during the Ottawa uprising saying this was taken by a friend in Ottawa at the occupation, apparently in plain sight. You could walk up to this, right? These are the Nazis that are sharing he was spreading this Nazi BS. He was spreading all sorts of misinformation about what was happening on social media and on television and on these Zoom calls and through his social media channels. This was taken by my friend. Every single aspect of the COVID agenda is Jewish, right? Well, that turns out, without any regard, this was total garbage, because this was actually posted in Miami, Florida. And literally he took it and posted it as if it was happening in Ottawa, even right down to the background, which is the same ceramic background that it was pulled from. This was on Miami Beach. An anti-Semitic COVID-related conspiracy flyer being handed out. Had nothing to do with Canada.
How does this happen? I mean, can we give him any modicum of benefit of the doubt here? It's really hard.
He says this was taken by my friend. This was taken by my friend in Ottawa. Well, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Right? That's a flat lie.
So maybe he has a friend who texted it to him, and that friend is named Justin Trudeau.
No.
Is that possible?
I mean, he says if it's illegal in person, it's illegal online. He says Canadians want the government to play a role, but especially when it comes to standing up for the communities who suffer the most or harmful content online, such as radicalized Canadians. We need to fight radicalized Canadians.
This is incredibly dangerous. Even this campaign at all is incredibly dangerous. And we saw exactly how it was dangerous, right? Because it took away people's rights to peacefully protest COVID vaccine mandates. And the Canadian government just seems to be doubling down, even after the kind of spanking they got in Europe for taking away people's civil liberties and basically paying lip service to democracy and not really holding one. Now they're like, well, then we need to fight this information slippage. So you don't think what we're doing is wrong. So we can do it without being called wrong.
Right. So
Please don't put that toe back up.
I'm not putting the toe back up.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're listening to the audio version, in this video, there was a giant toe fungus advertisement there. So we will not show it. But I think this speaks to we're trying to win back your trust. We're trying to win back your trust and make sure that you are protected against Canadians who are speaking their mind. Canadians who feel like there's an invasion of their privacy, Canadians who feel like you're invading their way of life, telling them how to earn their livelihood or take away their livelihood. We're going to fight that by putting out people who literally were spreading misinformation and lies and propaganda during the Ottawa lockdown, during the Freedom Convoy.
So I just wonder who is applauding this move. Like, yay, good. I think for the most part now, most of us realize that, they started taking down voices that we didn't like, and then it's creeped into taking down all voices that now are against the government, and we're in a dangerous place at this point. I also want to point out that we both have that ad on our screen, and it is not targeted. Neither of us have toe fungus.
Right. All right, good.
Just want to let you know.
That's exactly what somebody with toe
You wanna
fungus would
see my
say.
feet?
Prove it.
All right, we need to move on because the chat room is literally putting
Faux toe fungus stuff.
putting up barfy emojis because they can't take it, and I can't either.
If you like this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, we have a membership program. For the price of a cup of coffee once a month, you can support independent journalism just by going to morninginvest.com/join.
You get access to exclusive videos, plus the ability to join and chat with us live. We really appreciate your subscription, and you are supporting independent journalism.